Good morning children. Today we are going to see a lesson in physics is nothing but heat. So we know that all the substances surrounding us is made up of atoms and molecules. These atoms and molecules are always in a vibratory motion. They will be always in a vibratory motion. Due to this motion, an energy is formed. That energy is called as heat energy. So, because of the vibration of the atoms and molecules in a substance, an energy is produced. That energy is called as heat energy. So, this energy will be transferred from the flow of energy will be always from the high temperature to the lower temperature, or from the hot region of the substance to the cold region of the substance. So, this is the basic concept about the heat energy. So, when a substance is supplied with a heat energy, what happens? The atoms and molecules will start to vibrate and produce the energy. That energy will be transferred to the other atoms in the substance, and it will be keeping on prolonging. The same process will be prolonging, and it starts to move far apart from each other, so that it can change, it can give so many changes in the substances. So this creates a lot of effects or a lot of changes in the substances. So in this class we are going to learn about the effects of. Good morning children. Today we are going to learn a lesson in physics is nothing but heat. So we know that all the substances in the surroundings are made up of atoms and molecules. So these atoms and molecules which are present in the surroundings or in any substance will be always in the vibratory motion. Due to this motion, heat is produced, and energy is produced, is called as heat energy. So I can say you that the substance contains atoms and molecules, and these atoms and molecules are always in the vibratory motion. This vibratory motion, because of this motion, they produce an energy called heat energy. When a substance is supplied, when a heat energy is supplied with the when a heat energy is supplied to a substance, what happens? The atoms or molecules present in the substance will start to vibrate. As I said, it produces an energy. That energy is transferred to the other molecules which is present in the substance, and it starts to move far apart from each other. Thus, it creates a lot of changes between the substances. So, here in this lesson, we are going to, in this class, that is in this session, we are going to learn about the effect of heat. That is, what are the changes happens when the heat is given to the substance. In this class, there are very important 3 changes that we can see in our daily life also. We come across, but we didn't notice so much. That's the thing. So, the effect of changes, we have very important topics are 3. One is expansion, and the second one is increase in temperature, and the third one is change in state. So these are the 3 important changes that causes because of the heat, when the heat is applied to the substances. The basic concept you keep in your mind, when any substances is heated, we know that the atoms and molecules will start to vibrate, and it starts to collide with each other. You know that in the solids, the atoms or molecules are closely packed. It starts to collide with each other, and it starts to move away from each. After collision, it starts to move. So it produces an energy. That's a concept you keep in your mind. So now the first topic is expansion. Let us explain this expansion with a small activity. These things we already studied in a lower class. There is no important thing. This already you have known. The topic is very well known by you. Just take a ring, a metal ring and a metal ball. You take 2 things, a metal ring and a metal ball. Now with the same, that is the particular radius. Okay, now you just pass the metal ball inside the metal ring. It will pass easily through it. There is no any problem, so that it can get inside the ring. So that's the thing. I can just draw a diagram. So here a stand is there, and you can see a ring is kept, and here a metal ball is allowed to pass inside. Just very rough diagram. So the metal ball will passes down. There is no problem at all now. So after that, you just take the metal ball outside again. You heat for some time. Heat the metal ball some time. Now you try to pass the metal ball inside the metal ring, but it doesn't go inside. I'll tell you what happens. Then you just leave it for some time, and later a few minutes or few hours, you just leave it again inside, it will pass again. So what is the reason behind that? What happens when the metal ball gets heated? So here we are going to learn what is the reason behind that. So when you heat the metal ball, you know that the metal ball, the substance, whatever substance is made up of atoms and molecules. So this atoms and molecules, when you start to heat, it starts to vibrate, and that vibration makes the other atoms to get collide with each other and move far apart from each other. So because of this, there will be increase in size. This increase in size is called as expansion. Very simply, I can say you, during heating, the expansion will take place. On heating, the substances will expand, the metals will expand. Okay, I can say liquids and gases also expand. On cooling, it contracts again. That's why while heating, the iron ball doesn't get inside, it increases in size. The size will be increased. This is very simple experiment you have already learnt. So, on expansion, the metals will on heating, the metals will expand. On cooling, the metals will contract. The size of the metals will get to the normal position, comes to the normal position. That's the thing. Because of the vibration of the atoms and molecules which is present in the substance will vibrate, produce an energy, makes the atoms and molecules to move far apart, so that there will be increase in size. So the first one, what is the effect of heat? Causes is expansion. When you heat any substance, automatically the substance will expand. Solids, liquids and gases, all the three states will expand. The atoms and molecules which are present in all the three will get expanded. So in gases, the expansion will be maximum. The first effect is expansion. So here I can write in a short form so that you can make a note. So when it gets expanded, so solids, liquids and gases expand on heating. This we studied in our lower class also. The railway tracks, there is a rail gaps between the railway tracks. That is why they are asked. That's the thing, because during the daytime it will expand, during the night time it will contract to leave the gaps. Otherwise it will get damaged. That's the reason. So very simple thing, solid, liquids and gases expand on heating. Why? Because of the molecules which are present in the substances will start to move far apart from each other, and there will be increase in size. So that's all about the expansion. The next topic is increase in temperature. Very simple, this is also very simple. You just take a cup of water, note the temperature. You take a thermometer, note the temperature. After that you heat that water, now you know the temperature. You can see there will be rise in temperature. What happens here also? When you heat a liquid, when you heat a substance, it gains heat energy, and there will be increase in kinetic energy also. If there is increase in this energy, the temperature also increases. So when the energy increases, temperature increases. So this reasons to the increase in temperature. Very simple, how you are getting the hot water, the same thing. When you increase the heat energy, what happens? The temperature also increases. That's the thing about increase in temperature. The next topic is change in state. Very simple. You take ice cubes. You just heat it. Take ice cubes. Some few ice cubes. You take it out, and you heat it for some time. What happens to the ice cubes? The ice cubes will be turned into water, and again you just heat the water, and that will be turned into vapor. That is, the level of the water level decreases. That shows that the water is converted into vapor. This is a very simple example. I can say that from ice, when you heat, the symbol of heat is triangle shape. When you heat this ice, it becomes as water. When you heat this water, it becomes as vapor. So what is the reason behind that? For all the same reason. You know that in the ice, it is very closely packed. The molecules in the solids, you studied in the state of matters in the lower classes, that is, the atoms and molecules are very closely packed within the solid. So that is, the force of attraction will be more. When you heat, When you heat this molecules, when you heat this ice, this force of attraction will break and the molecules will start to move far apart from each other and turns into water or turns into liquid. So, when you heat any solid, that is, I have taken here ice. When you heat this ice, the molecules which have a strong force of attraction will breaks down and starts to move far apart from each other and turns into water. Further, if you heat this water, the molecules further it moves away to the atmosphere. It escapes to the atmosphere as vapor. So, here heat can change the state also. The physical states also can be changed because of the heat. So, we have, if it is in the reverse, it will take some other, it will come back to the normal position. While heating, there are some changes will take place. While cooling, also some changes will take place. So, I have written what are the changes in state, that is the physical states. We have studied solid, liquids and gas are the three states. Okay. So, solids to liquid, it is called as melting. When you heat a solid, it turns to liquid. That process is called as melting. Very simple. You take ice cubes in your mind. You just imagine that one. When you heat ice cubes, what happened? It will turn to, you not to heat, just leave it outside, it turns to water. When you heat the water, it turns to vapor. And when the vapor also can be returned back to liquid by cooling. So, these are the process when you heat a substance, and these are the process when the heat is taken out, that is it is not heated when in the reverse process. So, here from solids to liquid melting happens, then liquid to gas we call as vaporization, that is the liquid molecules will be changed into water vapor, this is called as vaporization. Then solid to gas, where from solid to directly to gas, it will not convert to liquid. From solid to gas, it is called as sublimation. These are the changes happens when the heat is given. When the heat is taken out, gas to liquid, condensation will take place. You can see, you take a hot water or a hot things, anything, you just close with the lid, and you just see the droplets of water will be there in the top lid because of this condensation. Then liquid to solid, it is freezing. You just take ice and water and keep in the freezer. It will be turned into ice cubes, that is freezing. And gas to solid is deposition. Deposition means like a layer it will be formed. So, these are the things when the heat is taken out. It is a reverse process of heat. These are the changes when the heat is given to the substance. So, I hope you can understand what are the effects of change. We studied three effects of change. One is expansion. In expansion, what happens when you heat any substance? What happens to the substance? The atoms and molecules present in the substance starts to vibrate and starts to move far apart from each other, produces energy and starts to move far apart from each other, so that there will be increase in size. This increase in size we call as expansion. So, solids, liquids and gases expand on heating and it contracts on cooling. This is the concept behind the expansion. The next topic we studied is increase in temperature. When you increase the heat energy, the temperature also increases. That is the concept of that. So, here also the same process, the substance will produce a kinetic energy. That energy will be increasing. Kinetic energy is nothing but movement of atoms and molecules, that is the thing. So, that is when you increase the energy, the temperature also increases. The next topic we studied is changes in state. The heat energy can change the state of the substance. That is, it can able to change from solid to liquid, liquid to gas, gas to solid to gas. And these are the process which happens when heat is given to the substance, and these are the process when the heat is taken out from the substance. That is a reverse process. That's all about this effect of changes. The next topic what we are going to learn is transfer of heat. So, I will write the topic so that it will be easy. So, when a substance is heated, we know that the heat energy is transferred from the high temperature region to the low temperature region of the body, or from one body to the other body, that is which having high temperature to the low temperature. So there are three types of transfer of heat, three methods are there that depends upon the state of the substance. For first is conduction. These are the process conduction. The second one is convection, and the third one is radiation. So these are the process through which the heat is transferred from one body to another body, that depends upon the nature of the state. Okay, so now first we are going to learn about the conduction. So what is conduction? Very simple, how you are getting the food is cooked, how the food is getting cooked by your mother or anyone. So you know that when you keep a vessel, the vessel will first get heated, and that heat is transferred to the food particles which is kept inside the vessel. Here, so the process, the conduction. Conduction is defined as a process of heat transfer in which the heat is transferred from one that is high temperature region to the low temperature region without actual movement of molecules. I have said you already, in the solid, the atoms and molecules are closely packed. It is closely packed. So when you heat this solid, what happens? This starts to vibrate. The atoms will start to vibrate, and it can't move from place to place. Okay, so it just passes the energy to the nearby atoms so that it can heat from this end to another end without the movement of molecules. It happens only in the solids. So the conduction can happen only in the solids. So that's why when you cook, you just leave without without knowing. If you touch the spoon or the anything, you just kept near the hot substance, it becomes very hot because of the conduction of the heat, because of this heat transfer. So I repeat again, and I will write this definition also. You make a note of that. What is conduction? So definition for conduction is it is defined as the process of heat transfer in solids. It will happen only in the solids. Conduction will be done through the solids. Solids from high temperature region to low temperature region without movement of molecules. So this is very important, without the actual movement of molecules. So this conduction will happen through the solids. So I hope you can understand. This is we are doing in our daily life. How you get the spoon get heated when you put in the hot water or in the hot substances. That is, the substance which is present will transfer the heat to the spoon through this transfer of molecules without the actual movement of the molecules. That's the thing about the conduction. The next we are going to learn about convection. You have seen they have boiled the hot water for either for drinking or anything, drinking or taking bath, whatever it will be. You just keep the vessel, you can see the water molecules will get heated, which is down at the bottom will get heated first, and it will rise to the top. It will come to the top, and the molecules which are present in the top will come down, get heated. So in this way of heat transfer happens within the water molecules. So here what happens, the molecules will start to move up and down till every molecule gets heated up. This process is called as convection. So what is convection? It is a process of heat transfer from hot region to the cold region with the movements of molecules. It happens in the gases and solids, liquids and gases. So it happens in this convection will happens in liquids and gases. This conduction happens in solids. Here there is no movement of molecules. Here it will have with the movement of molecules. This is way how that air also get heated up. The air also gets heated up. So this is the thing about convection. So convection is nothing but it's a process of heat transfer in liquids or gases from the hot region to the cold region with the movement of molecules is called as convection. I hope you can understand the difference between conduction and convection. Conduction happens in the solids, convection happens in the liquids and gases. So we will learn where it is used in the after completing this definitions. Just we will go through where are the things they are used. The next is radiation. We know that the conduction, this is the third form of heat transfer. So here we know that conduction happens through solids, convection happens through liquids and gases. But this radiation do not need any medium or any matter to transfer. It can able to transfer the heat even in the empty space or vacuum. So the radiation is a process from which it transfers the heat from one part, that is one area to the other area through the electromagnetic waves. So I say you what is electromagnetic waves? Electromagnetic waves is nothing but, I can say the sun, how you can feel the heat energy of the sun. Though the sun is too far away from us, we can feel the hotness of the sun because of the waves coming from the sun. So this waves is nothing but the electromagnetic waves. There are different kinds of electromagnetic waves are there. They are maybe UV rays, IR rays, microwaves, X-rays, all these things comes under the electromagnetic waves. Okay, so what is radiation? So radiation is nothing but the way of heat transfer from one place to another in the form of electromagnetic waves. So I hope you can understand. So this radiation doesn't need any medium or any matter to pass through or to transfer. It can able to transfer heat even through the empty space, even through the vacuum from one place to another place. So by which the electromagnetic waves. So we feel the hotness of the sun because of the UV rays falls on our body. So we are using microwave in our home, that is also a kind of electromagnetic. We can able to see. We can able to see when the temperature increases, it will change to red color or orange color. Then it is again increased, it will change to white color. So mostly we won't see this electromagnetic waves in our eyes. Can you see the X-rays when we are taking X-ray? No, we can't see. We can feel it. Just somewhat we can feel it. When the temperature increases, we can feel it. Otherwise, we can't feel. So that's the thing about the radiations. Now we can see where are this conduction, convection, radiations are there in our daily life. So here the conduction in daily life. We cook food in vessels made up of metals. When the vessel is heated, the food also will get heated. This is the way where we can see the conduction. Then when we iron dresses, heat is transferred from the iron to the cloth. You can touch and feel the hotness. Then handles of cooking utensils are made up of plastic and wood because they are poor conductors of heat. You have studied thermoplastic, thermosetting plastic like a bakelite, all these things. Then the temperatures inside igloo is warm because snow is a poor conductor of heat. So these are the daily uses in our daily life for the conduction. And what about the convection, where we see this convection? Convection in daily life. Formation of land breeze and sea breeze is due to convection of air. Wind flows from one region to another region by this convection. In hot air balloons, heat is transferred by convection and so the balloon rises. In refrigerators, cool air moves downward and replaces the hot air because of convection. And where we see this radiation in our daily life, heat energy from the sun, as I said an example, you can feel the hotness of the sun because of this radiation. While standing near fire, we feel the heat which is transferred as radiation. Black surface absorb more radiation. That's why the vessels are, the cooking vessels are painted with black to absorb this radiations. While white color reflects the radiations, that is, it can't absorb the radiation, so only in summer they are instructed as to wear pure cotton white cloths. That is the reason. So that's all about this radiation. So we have studied about two topics in this lesson. One is effects of heat, the other one is transfer of heat. In the effects of heat, we have studied about the three topics. One is expansion, and the other one is rise in temperature, and the third we studied is change in state. So I have explained with suitable examples also. The next topic we studied is transfer of heat. In this, three methods are there to transfer the heat. It depends upon the nature of the substance or nature of the that is the state of the substance. The first one is conduction, and the second one is convection, and the third one is radiation. Conduction happens in the solids. Conduction happens only through the solids, that is, without the actual movement of molecules, the heat is transferred from the hot region place to the cold region places. I hope you can understand what is conduction and where it is used. By cooking food, everything we can easily see where is the conduction is happening. The next is convection. So this process happens only in the liquids and gases. So this liquids and gases this is a medium through which the convection will happen. Here also the heat transfers from one that is hot region to the cold region with the actual movement of the molecules. The molecules will move. That is, when you heat a water, the hot molecules will move up and the cool molecules which is at the top will come down, so that it will be a circulation till all the molecules get heats up. The process will continue. This is about the convection, and the uses of convection is also there. Sea breeze, land breeze are there, which happens because of this convection only. The next we studied about the radiation. As we said, conduction happens through solids, then convection happens through liquids and gases. But this radiation does not need any medium or any matter to transfer. So it can able to transfer the heat even through the empty spaces or through the vacuum also. So it is a process through which the heat is transferred from one place to another through an electromagnetic waves. The electromagnetic waves may be UV rays, IR rays, infrared rays, microwaves, X-rays. These are the examples of electromagnetic rays. When you go for the higher class, you will study more about these waves also. So now, we get very simple. The hotness of the sun is felt by us because of the electromagnetic waves, that is the UV rays which falls on our body. So that's all about for today's class. We have some more topics in the same lesson. We will continue the next class. Thank you, boys.